All right, the Trump administration will be providing housing to some of the, quote, worst of the worst illegal immigrants. The catch is it won't be in Midtown Manhattan hotel rooms. It'll be prison cells at Guantanamo Bay. The administration figures if digs at Gitmo are nice enough for al-Qaeda terrorists, they should suit the needs of Tren de Aragua gang members. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem is expected to tour the site, Guantanamo, today. The plan is to house up to 30,000 illegal immigrants charged with serious crimes. At least 2 flights have landed, carrying a handful of alleged members of that violent Venezuelan gang, and more flights are expected to arrive this weekend. All these illegal immigrants, who are also accused of being members of this gang, are being held in vacant cells within the detention center at Guantanamo. Of course, Gitmo is just one part of President Trump's mass deportation plan. We've also seen raids in several cities, including New York City and Aurora, Colorado. If the idea is to discourage illegal immigrants from crossing the southern border in the first place, it appears to be working. Customs and Border Patrol says arrests at the border have dropped 91% compared to the same week last year. The Pentagon is sending even more troops to the border. About 1,500 active duty soldiers will be deployed soon, bringing the total number of troops at the border to about 3,600. For those illegal immigrants who are already there, many of them without criminal records, they are seeking safety in so-called sanctuary cities. But that is no guarantee. Those cities are also being targeted by Trump's administration. The Department of Justice is suing the state of Illinois and the city of Chicago and Cook County over its sanctuary city laws, accusing all those cities and the governor personally and the mayor of Chicago personally of impeding immigration enforcement efforts. And remember, when push comes to shove, and it has, the Constitution does establish that federal statutes are the supreme law of the land. NewsNation correspondent Alex Capriello is live in Chicago. Alex, is the city going to fight this lawsuit in court? What's been the reaction?
Elizabeth, everything we're hearing from the state on down to the mayor here of Chicago shows that they are going to fight this tooth and nail. They are not backing down, even despite what some of the local, state and county law enforcement leaders are telling directly to them about how it's hampering their law enforcement activities. Take, for example, the sheriff of Winnebago County. He oversees a very diverse population right there on the border of Illinois and Wisconsin. I went a ride along with his deputies and watched how they protected their city. And in a one-on-one exclusive, the sheriff tells me he's advocating for a sweeping reform of the Illinois Trust Act, which protects undocumented immigrants and prohibits state, county, and local law enforcement from assisting federal immigration officers. He says it's all a matter of public safety, and he can see that his deputies could be doing a lot more to help the Trump administration carry out its immigration goals. Take a listen.
Yeah, I really do feel that it's not allowing us to do our job as we need to. By no means we're going to go out and, like, cowboys and round people up, because I hear that too. It's like, absolutely not. We're going to stay within those realms, but I still worry about the public safety and being able to say something.
This morning, I also had a chance to push the Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker about the exact things that the Winnebago County Sheriff was telling me. I wanted to know if there is a possibility that he might consider some amendments to the current law as it's written. Here's what the governor told me.
Governor, we spent the afternoon with the Winnebago County Sheriff, who said he believes the Trust Act is prohibiting his officers and deputies from protecting the community. I'm wondering if you should be listening to law enforcement officials like that, or perhaps considering any amendments to the way the law is currently written.
I understand that law enforcement, like a sheriff in Winnebago County, is politically opposed to keeping people safer because he thinks that's good politics in his area. But I can tell you that we've already seen the Safety Act working. It's been in effect for a year and a half now.
And of course, during this back and forth push between the federal government and these local and state leaders, don't forget that the mayor of Chicago is also under intense scrutiny from Congress. He is expected to testify next month. Elizabeth?
All right, Alex Capriello, live from the Windy City tonight. Thank you. Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.